What's up, kids? It's Caleb here from the Game Glyph, or Caleb Plays, and probably going to change my introduction because we live in this weird world where everything is so weird. I'm just gonna say hey, because I don't really know what else to do anymore. But it has been a long time since I did a channel update video, and I did film one while I was at work the other day, but it was pretty hard for me to do it comfortably because I was like on a trail outside and there were just people walking back and forth a lot. But I kind of wanted to make a video for my channel to update you guys of what's going on because I haven't done it in a long time. And there are certain people that probably this may be the only way that you would get an update about me if you're interested. I would say that right now, life is a lot different than it used to be. It's better in some ways, and let me start with the positives because that's what I like to do. Positives are my wife is doing so much better. She was very sick for a really long time, and that's one of the main reasons why I kind of dissipated from YouTube and making content. It was very consuming, and then also a lot of my free time that I had, I really just wanted to be with her as much as I could be. Even if I was kind of just being annoying or just being in the room, I was so close to losing her for a time that it scared me so much that it'd be easy to say I probably became a little bit overprotective, overbearing, and even probably pretty codependent during that time. I have gone to therapy for that and for many other reasons, and that helped a lot. As you can see, if you haven't seen my videos in a long time, I have lost weight. It's been a good thing and a bad thing. On purpose, it was to get healthier, but also you don't eat when you're stressed out as much sometimes, depending on how you are. And then I do go to the gym like 3 to 5 times a week, which has helped me out with my mental health and my physical health a lot. So I apologize if I've gotten a little old up here, guys. It just happens. But I'm still the same person. I've just gone through a lot of crazy stuff. So I guess I'm the same person. I don't really know. You guys tell me. But I do intend on making more content. I not that long ago, and for me that's a weird scale of time, probably a couple of years ago, I bought something off Temu. It was like a $30 HDMI capture card. It actually works better than my Elgato. For some reason, that thing was just not compatible with anything but its own proprietary software. And when I try to use it with OBS, it would just always have issues. But now this seems to be working pretty well. And I've experimented with it some now that I've had more time. My setup is still very limited, but I don't think that's the reason why I'm not making content. The reason why I haven't really been making content is it's been difficult for me to justify the usage of time in that way. And if I do have that extra time to spend doing those kind of things, I try to work on music projects because I'll be honest with everybody, it makes me feel a lot better to complete music and put it out there, or just to complete music at all, because it's like the essence of my soul. And I've spent a lot of time making, for within my budget and my means and my skill level, pretty elaborate videos on video games in the past, edited and scored and scripted and whatnot. And sadly, those videos probably have the least amount of views of any of my content. And then my videos where I just kind of do these drive-by reviews where I'm literally just playing the game and talking about it in real time tends to work better for my channel. So I will more than likely do that. I feel like I am best when I am just being myself. When I'm trying to be anything else, like make certain types of content, it's just really not me. And I wouldn't lie. I would be lying if I said I wasn't heavily inspired by the Angry Video Game Nerd when I started my channel. And Normal Boots, all that kind of stuff. And I really wanted to kind of work into that type of world of content on YouTube. But I'll be honest, like, I don't even really watch a lot of that more personality-driven stuff. I watch a lot of more fact-based videos if I'm going to watch video game content. Actually, one of my buddies, who I'll put a link in the description below, Jermey, he goes by Franchise Player. He really picked up the, I don't know, like the right kind of approach for making video game content on YouTube. I really like his stuff. because it's very like factual. He has a really nice voice, and then he kind of sprinkles in his own opinions and stories. I like his content. So I would definitely, if you guys are looking for more consistent video game content, I want to steer you kind of into the direction of his channel. I'm not going to upload video game related content. It's just that my frequency for uploading on this channel is very minimum. And if I was to be completely honest with everybody, it is reciprocal in the sense that I output as much as I input or get input. So I do my best. One day, if I ever just happen to stumble across making a video that does very well, that might help me figure out the direction of my channel. But as far as the future is concerned, I'm going to make more content. I'm actually going to record a new video game video today because I have the house to myself, which is so rare. That's another thing I do need to mention here. I work best completely alone. I like to be completely alone when I do any of my vlogs or any of my videos. I don't know why that is, but I just work best completely on my own. It's just the way I am. I do like to collaborate with people, but I don't feel as comfortable out in public doing public vlogs. I don't feel as comfortable like with my wife or friends around if I have to make videos like this. I just don't feel like myself for some reason. I am a weird kind of extrovert introvert guy where I'm very friendly and you know, kind of boisterous and silly in person, but I'm mostly a homebody, and I mostly kind of stick into my little world. It's just the way that I am. Maybe you guys can kind of relate with that, but I do love getting out there and seeing people and hanging out with people. But when they cancel on me, it doesn't break my heart, so I'm not going to lie about that. Actively right now, as far as gaming is concerned, I started playing this game called Hellpoint. So I'm probably going to make a short video of that game. I don't know why I like it so much. I can't get anywhere in it. Maybe it's because it was like $8 or something, and I've wanted to be better at video games to where I could play a Souls-like game, and I've just never really gotten into the aesthetic. Like Dark Souls 1 was really cool, and I did pretty good in that game, but the second one was kind of meh. Third one I felt was kind of a predecessor to what would be Elden Ring, so it was less challenging. I probably could have gotten all the way through it. And I could see the merit in that game. It's really good. And that company in general is really good. This is not a game made by that company. This is a Souls-like game that is set in a more future kind of like environment. I don't want to spoil everything about it, so I have to wait for the video, but it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it, and I'll talk more about that probably in my next video. But I'm also going to be uploading more music. I just released an entire album. Well, not released, excuse me. I'm about to release an entire album. I just finished writing and doing the art for an entire instrumental electronic music album. Some people would call it IDM, some people would call it experimental, some people would just call it electronica. I just call it electronic music. It has been categorized as IDM, which is kind of an outdated category. It stands for intelligent dance music. I find that a little bit pretentious, but I mean, I also write vaporwave, which is probably the most pretentious kind of music in the world. That's a side piece thing that I do. So I spend a lot of time thinking about music, writing music, studying and researching different music production techniques to produce unique sounds. And to kind of piggyback off that, my music is not the most highly produced music because I can't really afford a lot of the finishing process of like sending my tracks off to be mastered. I would love to do that, maybe one day. And also a lot of the music I write ends up being background music in people's YouTube channels or videos. So it ends up being very low volume and not exactly the focus. And that's fine. I'm actually honored to be part of that. I mean, ultimately, all I really want to do is somebody to scroll through YouTube, hear some of my music and be like, oh, I'd like to commission this guy to write music for my video game. That would be essentially my life's goal being achieved. I love the video game industry. I always have. So I will continue to kind of marry all of those parts into this channel. I'll never let that go. I do miss the single focus of just being like Game Glyph and making video game content all the time. I think that sometimes I would have a hard time rationalizing the justification for making content of such little importance, but that's a really foolish perspective, and I kind of want to end on that note. It is a great idea for anybody out there that is considering making content about things that they love to do it. Make it. I want to see it. If you're passionate about anything, I don't care if it's gerbils or keyboards or video games or hiking or whatever, cars, whatever it is. If you are super into it and passionate about it, people are going to want to watch it. They're going to want to see it. And if you make a really good video with no budget, there is a high possibility that it could go viral and people could find you. That is not an impossible thing that can happen to you. I wouldn't start out your whole, campaign as a person like seeking fame and seeking views. I think we all kind of go through a phase like that. And it may happen, it may work out for you. And if you can invest money, if you have it into what you're doing, it will help you get there faster. That is simply true. If you invest into this adventure that you go on with social media, it will help exponentially. It is the difference between you and all the people that you see doing better. That is one of the biggest steps that they take, is taking their money or some money and investing in what they do, because you're going up against people that don't do that. And it is very hard to get noticed or get any traction against the people that do it. Just like think about this, if you're going to go apply for a job, and say you're going to apply for a job, doing IT, you could get hired with no experience and no degree. It happened to me, okay? That is rare. It can happen. You can do it. But if they're going up against people that have degrees and experience, it is more likely that those people are going to get hired. So it's kind of like that with doing your personal endeavors now. It is just as difficult to get found, or get signed, and you don't even really want to get signed. You have to really think about what is the end result of what you're wanting to do. You just want to be famous because you want to be famous because you want clout and you want to, have money and all these things. There's pretty direct paths to that. That obviously wasn't really what I wanted to do. I wanted to make content that people found entertaining and was nostalgic, maybe makes you feel good. And I also want to make music that is truly unique. That is so important to me. I don't want to emulate other people's types of music. I don't even know where the inspiration comes from. There's kind of like a weird funneling from the universe out into the production of what it is. For me, often I write music almost on this weird autopilot thing. And sometimes it sounds like it, and sometimes it sounds really interesting, in my opinion. So it's all about your own personal journey. And this has been my personal journey. And I'm glad that you guys came along with me. And I'm sorry for kind of rambling here, but I'm known for doing that. And maybe if I get back into doing these vlogs and updates, I will ramble less. And I just want to thank all the people. I still have over 700 subscribers on this channel, which to me is incredible, in the sense that I didn't lose a lot when I stopped making this type of content, or if I stopped posting at all. So thank you guys for believing in me. I believe in you. I may have gotten old, but I haven't given up. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to post this video, and hopefully you guys find it entertaining and you enjoy this update from me. I have other things I could talk about, but I wanted mostly to kind of be on a more positive light here. And lastly, what you put out is kind of all people know about you. So if you put out a lot of like really negative, depressing stuff or act that way, that's what people will think about you. And I'm kind of recovering from that mindset. And now I really just want to put out positive stuff into the world, because if people stumble across my content, I now am more conscious about how it may make them feel. And I want them to feel good. And, there's a lot of habits that we all could do better, like commenting negative things. I do that. Sometimes I'll scroll YouTube and I'll just see something that is almost offensively cringe, or almost offensively just kind of grosses me out. And I just want to comment on it in a negative way. Probably have done this hundreds of times, to be honest with you guys. I'm done. I'm done putting that out into the universe. And I apologize to anyone that has ever seen any of my comments that are negative, or if I've made a negative comment. I don't know you. I don't know your journey. I'm just basing it on that 15-second clip. That's of zero value to the world. me posting a negative thing like, I don't like this, or this isn't good. I mean, this is just the mild on the gloves version of what it could be. There's no value to it. It doesn't make me feel better. It actually makes me feel worse putting that out there. I just mostly want to put out and receive love. And I hope you guys can enjoy that. And that is the new journey. And I definitely would love to get more into streaming. And if I'm in the studio working on stuff, just kind of start streaming. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything specific that you want me to do, or if there's any video games that you're like, man, I'd love to see you play this game or review this game or talk about this game if I haven't done it already, let me know. I am really interested and very driven by you guys' interest. So please let me know. Or I might just post mostly music stuff on here because that's kind of where my mindset is right now. And I would like to get my wife streaming with me sometimes. She might do that soon, which would be really cool. She just started work, so that could be difficult for her. But I love you guys and really appreciate you sticking around. And please let me know how you're doing in the comments below. What's been going on with you? If there's anything I can do to contribute to what you're making or doing that I could do to help you, just let me know. And I mean that. All right, guys. Great to see you again. Bye.